Hello, data folks. Thanks for joining me again on this channel for data and IT professionals. In our previous video, we explored different tools used for creating diagrams and data models. We also briefly introduced two important terms you'll often come across in the data design space: forward engineering and reverse engineering. In this video, we're going to take a step further and go deeper into forward and reverse engineering. We'll demonstrate these concepts using Erwin Data Modeler and also understand when to choose forward engineering and when to go reverse in real-world project scenarios. All right, let's dive straight into it. Forward engineering is the process of taking a data model or diagram and converting it into actual database objects. In simple terms, you design your data model first and then generate tables, columns, primary keys, foreign keys, and other database objects from that design. This is the most common approach when starting a new project. On the other hand, reverse engineering is the opposite process. Here, you start with an existing database. So you already have database objects like tables, columns, keys, and relationships. Using that existing database structure, you generate a data model or diagram. This is commonly used when working with existing systems where the database is already built and has been in use for some time, but the diagram or design documentation is missing, incomplete, or outdated. Now let's see both of these in action using one of the most widely used enterprise data modeling tools, Erwin Data Modeler. Let's begin with forward engineering. In our previous video, we demonstrated how to create a data model using Erwin. If you haven't watched it yet, I recommend watching that video first. With that said, let's assume we've already created a physical data model for a retail order management system. This model is centered around the order transaction. Each order captures the customer who placed it, the store where it was made, the employee who handled it, and the date of purchase. An order is further broken into order items, which list the products and quantities in that order. In addition, product and supplier information is maintained in separate tables. This is just one example. Your data models can involve completely different sets of tables. Once you reach this stage, you're ready to proceed with the forward engineering process. From the top menu, select Actions, and then navigate to Forward Engineer section. Choose the schema icon, which opens a wizard where you can review and customize options. In most cases, the default settings are sufficient, so we'll simply proceed by clicking Next. On this screen, you can select or deselect objects as required. Finally, the tool generates a complete DDL script required for creating your database objects. It's important to note that this is not generic SQL. It is produced specifically for your database engine. That's why tools like Erwin require you to define the target database engine and version at the very beginning when creating a physical data model. You can save, copy, or print the script as needed. Typically, the project team reviews it before executing it in the database. Let's go ahead and run it in the Snowflake. Excellent. The complete database structure has now been created for the project. Now assume that in the next release of the project, changes are made to the data model, such as adding a new table or a new column to an existing table. Since the initial schema already exists in the database, we don't need to regenerate everything again. Instead, we only need to apply the changes on top of the existing structure. So this time, instead of choosing schema, we select the Alter Script option. Here we go. The tool generates a DDL script containing only the incremental changes. This approach is reliable and scalable, especially when dealing with hundreds of tables, and it significantly reduces human error that can occur when manually writing and maintaining DDL scripts. Now that we understand forward engineering, let's switch gears and look at reverse engineering. As discussed, this is useful when you already have database objects and a structure in place. Maybe the system has been running for quite some time without a proper data model or documentation. But now, business users and the project team want a reliable, accurate data model and diagram. That's where the reverse engineering process comes in. As soon as you launch Erwin Data Modeler, you'll see the option to perform reverse engineering. From here, you choose the type of model you want to generate and select the database engine where your objects are available. This will launch a wizard that guides you through the required steps. You can either connect directly to your database from Erwin or export the DDL script from your database and import it into the tool. In this case, I'll go ahead with a direct connection. Next, you provide your database connection details. You can use either a JDBC or ODBC connection, depending on your setup. Make sure the connection is successfully established before moving to the next step. Then you select the schemas, tables, and other objects required for the model. There are additional options you can customize, but I'll leave them as default for this demo. The scheduler option can be used to periodically update the model, helping ensure it remains aligned with changes in the database structure. If you already have an Erwin project, you can add this model to it or create it as a standalone model. You can ignore these errors for now. These are happening because I'm using a Snowflake trial account, which doesn't support hybrid tables. And that's it. We now have a clean, reliable data model generated from our existing database. Looking at tables such as patients, doctors, consultations, and payments, you can probably tell that this model represents a healthcare system. This model can now be used by business users and data analysts to understand the structure and build accurate analytical queries. That's all for today. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. And as always, please share this with your network. It really helps us bring more useful videos your way. Thanks for watching.